Good morning, Reverend Pam Geagan here from the Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley in Camarillo, California. And a good morning to you, a great day to you today. And it's exciting times. We have like 48 hours before we know about the elections. And it's certainly been exciting, as we all know. So I encourage you to stay strong, stay in your knowing that the world is unfolding perfectly no matter what. And what is most important to us, that is that we stay centered in who we are and that we support who and what the ideas, who and what inspires us the most from that divine source. It's all divine source. We're all connected and we know that. So holding the high watch here for everyone. And today my meditation is about creating creativity, carving out that space and time in your life to be creative and to absolutely go take that time and go within and be inspired. And lots of times creativity is the last thing on our list. And we don't want that. We want it to be one of the first things on our list. So let us just go within and we're going to connect like we always do. And then from there, I'll be talking about creativity and how we can carve out a time in our day and how important it is. We are here to bring our unique gifts. And so when we do that, that creativity inspires not only ourselves, it inspires others and it makes our day so joyous. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to relax in, then we're going to connect, and then I'll be talking a little bit about creativity. So just closing your eyes or leaving them open and feeling that energy all the way from your crown, all the way to your middle eye, all the way down to your jaw. And your jaw may even feel like it's slack jawed. And then down to your throat, feeling that energy go from the neck to the top of the neck, all the way down to the upper arms. Just that energy and that light and feeling that tingling sometimes as it goes down your arms, your upper arms to your lower arms and down, and it reaches absolutely down to the very lowest part of from the elbows to the arms to the wrists to out the hands. And then you'll feel that tingling going down your hands. And then that tingling, that light coming right back up your shoulders and all the way back up to your shoulders and your neck, going vertebrae by vertebrae. And then wrapping around, absolutely wrapping around the front of you, opening your heart space and that heart space. And I always say, again, I see that lotus in the heart space opening up, and there can be a deity of some sort there. Or you can just feel the beauty of that beautiful lotus opening up in your heart. And then that energy going down and around your back, vertebrae by vertebrae, wrapping around that energy going all the way down the spinal cord, relaxing in, relaxing in, relaxing the neck, the shoulders, and then coming right back up, and then wrapping around the solar plexus, and then right in through the heart, the root chakra. And by the way, we know now that there are brain cells throughout our bodies and that our heart and our mind working together are so powerful, and that there are as many brain cells in our heart, if not more, than there are in our brain. And so it is, we are, when we have those gut feelings and that intuitive hit that what we should be doing, we must pay attention to, it's because it's the brain and the heart and the mind and all of it working together beautifully. So we just relax in to the solar and then the sacral underneath the belly button, and then the root chakra, the beautiful red root chakra, and that energy going down, down, down the thighs, the knees, the calves, going down the feet, going down, down, down to the middle ground, the middle earth, and anchoring there. And it is so important for us to anchor in that spirit, in that energetic presence. Because we are in this third dimensional body, which is, we are here to experience the physicality, the denseness of this wonderful planet Earth and its beauty, and also to be awake, aware, alert, and go beyond all the dimensions to bring the heaven world right back down to the ground, so that we bring the information, the love, the knowingness, the immortality, the eternality of the spirit, that the soul that lies within us from the oversoul since the beginning and end of time. It's all there. But we have to ground because we've chosen to be here. So in that grounding, we stay steady, we stay strong on that rock of faith. And as we come back up, that energy going right out the crown chakra, right out, and surrounding us, that beautiful energy, because we are energy in and through and as us, surrounding us. We are that force. We are that presence. And so when we speak our word with impeccability and we focus on that which we're doing, then our fingers become energy wands. And there are so many focused things. When we focus on something and we take that energy from our words to our thoughts to our actions out into the world, we are so powerful. So we are here to bring our creativity and our power to this planet. So from the left to the right of us, to the east to the west, to the top to the bottom, all around us is that energy. And we're going to breathe that in with the 3 breaths. And again, use any deity you want. I use God, which is synonymous with love for me. And on the in-breath, God is. On the out-breath, I am. And 2 more. And I know that everything after the I am, in my I amness that I am expressing, is powerful. So that seed that I plant after every I am statement is planting that seed of spirituality, of knowingness, of brilliance, because it comes from the Creator that creates His creation by means of me. And we are talking about going deeper and wider with our creativity today. So I have wonderful memories of a creative childhood. And some of the things had nothing to do with drawing or anything else. It had to do with being in nature. And I bet many of us did this. We'd lay in the grass, smell the sweet grass, and look up and we would see images, and then we'd see the dinosaurs and the elephants and the faces and the clouds. And we would see the old woman in the rocking chair in the moon. We would see so many things that were beyond what the physicality was, but that we use that mind to create. And so you all have your own creative stories. But what happens is we grow up, and especially in the society I grew up in, I don't think it's going to be like that as much. I know it exists though, as because of this COVID generation that is doing a lot from home and having quiet time of their own from home and learning who they are in that quiet time that they have many times, drawing upon their source and wisdom. But many of us become conformists growing up. So I didn't have problems with a dad or a mom that were conformists. They were so non-conformist in their own ways, and I won't spend time, but they were so different. And so I didn't grow up a conformist, but I also wanted to fit in. So anytime I would be places that what I had called normal parents, I would look and compare myself to them. And so I was, in looking back, I was so glad I grew up the way I did and raised the way I was. But on the other hand, I didn't know what normal was or what normal was supposed to be. So I would look at the other moms at like Indian Maidens camp with my daughter to see what they did to know what normal was, and to be normal for my kids. And thank God I'm not normal either, so to speak. I am normal, but I did not I don't think they realized how much I wanted to be like everybody else and fit in, because I wanted to conform. And that's the only way we can be that way we feel sometimes. And comparison is all about conformity and competition. So you limit yourself when you conform. So at first, it seems like conforming and competing are mutually exclusive, but they're not. So we compare what we want to be and who we want to show up as the best way we can when we have a specific collection of ideas and things that from out there, not inside us, but out there that we think we should be. And so, again, I wanted my kids to fit in. I wanted them to feel comfortable. What I learned in all of this is be comfortable in your own skin, and your children and your life and those around you will also seek their own creativity. And when we compare what we want to be the best or have the best in our group, the comparison mandate becomes the crushing paradox of it, how we stand out. It's not about cultivating or self acceptance or belonging. It is our authenticity that always sings the song electric and makes us so unique and wonderful. And we don't want to be just like everybody else. That's all taken. Everybody else is all taken. We're here to be our own self. So it's easy to see how difficult it is to make time in these times to be creative and what you think creativity also is. It's not always what we think it is, but to carve out some time for meditation, for prayer, which is also creative because you're connecting to your source, and also doing creative projects. It's so important to foster that. We are not here to be doing, we're here to be being and to be revealing who we are. And the thing that inspires me most is that creative spark that lies within me, and I see it in all. When something new and unique comes out, we are so excited. And one of the things I just remembered this when I saw Hamilton on in the theaters. I don't know what it's like. I still haven't seen it on the television, but in the theaters, I had never seen anything like it. And the concept was just so amazing to me. How do you make a Broadway musical out of the man who created our treasury, Alexander Hamilton, and make it exciting? And it was amazing. And to bring all of those times to life and everything he went through, because he had a very exciting story um, to um, uh, to us, and allow us to go deeper into who we are and the things that we bring, the good, the bad, the progress that we make, so important on this planet. So when we see that creative spark, of course, we're drawn to it, and yet we have that creative spark within us, and it comes from so many things. And so when you let go of the doingness and the busyness, you can create anything you want. You can paint, you can draw, you can sew, you can decorate, you can uh, make artwork, you can go out and see nature in a different way. But whatever creates its creation by means of you and inspires you uh, in that positive way, that is our creative spirit. And that artistic spirit, if it's not working in and through and as me and as all, as I say in the I am, then it is not authentic. It doesn't. I don't bring that authenticity to the planet, and it can come out from creating clothes or knitting or cleaning or anything else. My niece is the most amazing cleaner. She loves cleaning, and I look at this, and for the longest time I thought, oh, I want to be like Winnie, who loves cleaning. But from that, she has gotten some speedy new ways to clean. And I look at that and I see the creativity in everything we do when we bring our own uniqueness and beauty to it. So everywhere I look today, instead of looking like, oh, I have to do this, and this, I see beauty and potential in front of me. And I see it everywhere I go. I see it in my yard. I see it in the stores. I see it in the thrift stores. And I see it in old magazines, and just everywhere I look, there is something beautiful to look at because my creative sense is looking out into that creative world that constantly creates its good for me to discover and empowers me to connect. And it sounds funny, but all you can't separate who we are from source. And so that creative spark within us is source itself. And so in my goal of comparing, I have lost that creative spark. When I think that I should be like everybody else, then my originality um, doesn't come through. I hold it down, I make it small. And I'm not here to live small. I'm here to live big, and I'm here to live the way that I know that is highest and best for me and all. So I say reach out, try something new, try something that scares you, you've never done before. Try something you've dreamt about doing but felt you couldn't do. The only way you're going to know how your interpretation of that thing is by what you see, how you see it, and how you bring it to life. And every word, every action is a living thing with us. So go to that highest and best and make your creativity a priority each and every day because it inspires us. It brings me personal joy when I am like this. So I'm going to do a few affirmations here, and knowing that in your journal, write what you would like to do, what you've always wanted to do, to make time to paint. And I always tell the story of one of the most creative art classes I ever had that inspired me was we went outside and we with beautiful trees, and we did not paint the trees, we painted the sky around the trees, and the sky around the trees revealed the trees itself and the leaves itself. And so try seeing with new eyes, new ways of being on this planet, and new ways of embracing the beauty that comes from within us, that was reflected outside of us and reflects back to us. And that's why I say everywhere we go, we see the face of God facing us when we recognize that we are the face of God, and we are open and receptive to seeing the beauty of it all. So let me close with some affirmations here. And knowing that on this time, this is an exciting time, and so I'll be with you tomorrow morning. And most of us, many of us, have already voted. But if you haven't voted, I see voting as a spiritual practice. I see it as an extension of ourselves, of our unique selves, voting for what we think is the highest and best, and is the greatest asset to everyone around us. So I'm going to do some affirmations here. And as I say in the I Am Personally's affirmations, I am recognizing my uniqueness, my creative spark, and that spark is like no one else's on this planet. So I am embracing it and loving it. And I am thanking God for a new opening on how to see life. And I can say that most religious scientists are not conformists. They're looking for the truth of being. But any comparison that I make is useless. The only thing I need to do is to absolutely tap into that creative spark within me, and then bring that creative spark to life in my authenticity. And so I am excited about doing that. And I am not like the person that lives next door to me. I'm not like the person, the moms or the dads that are on my children's in my children's school, or like other moms and dads that raise their children. I have raised my children, I believe, to be loving, kind, thoughtful, soulful children. And that's what's important to me, to come from that soul, to come from that authenticity. So I am I am into accepting my creativity and my authenticity as I let go of comparison. How do you compare any flower to the next? We are all those beautiful flowers that bring our unique fingerprint of God to this planet. So I am grateful and joyful when I am authentic and bringing my spark of creativity into this energetic being I call life in and through and as me. And as I let go of comparison, I am open and receptive and understanding that comparison is the thief of happiness, where feeling good about myself and my creativity is the bank account upon which I draw. I have come to be authentic. I have come here to be creative because I am creative. And I am understanding that I need to, it's an absolute necessity to make time for meditation and creativity and coming from source. Because in those quiet moments, that is where my creativity is revealed. And my creativity also takes me back to that childhood innocence where everything was a palette to draw from and to bring into life and be colorful. And so that creator that creates its creation by means of me is the absolute soul of who I am. So I have come back here this time to see with new eyes, to bring new greatness into this planet, to stay positive even under stressful times, to be honest, to let go of resentment and fear and open up to being who I am. And I know that as I am making my authentic, unique contribution from that fingerprint of God, I make the world a little better. For my uniqueness, out of it is born new creativity. And I bring it into everything I do, from cleaning to sewing to cooking to drawing to parenting to showing up in better ways in my life, through my work, through acting, singing. It doesn't matter. That creativity is cultivating a new meaning for me. So as I leave here today, I make creativity and quiet time a priority. And I am seeing the world with new eyes. I am seeing everywhere I look beauty and the potential in my everywhere I go, it lies. And my work, I see now how creative it is. And it is the power to connect. I am learning how to connect from not only that consciousness that lies in and through and as me from God, but my transformation is owning and celebrating my existing creativity, unlike anyone's anyone else's. And I embrace what inspires me, and I am mindful that I bring to the world joy. I am here to give God a good time and to allow God in and through and as me to completely express itself in its originality. And what I bring to the plate is like nothing else, no one else can bring. So I am grateful for that. I am grateful for being me. And I am grateful for seeing life in new and wonderful ways. And so as I leave you today, I'll see you tomorrow, voting day. And if you haven't already voted, go out and vote. It's important. It's important to express who you are in your spirituality. And it is such an honor to be able to do that in this wonderful country. So, namaste, peace out, and know that God is, I am. It's the only way it can be. Have a blessed day. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you on the flip side. Mwah! Have a great, 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 great day.